Do we want to do Santa?
So what's next on the agenda?
You're a narc. His mom knew I was pregnant before I did. And here's how.
There is a light shining for you, guiding your way, helping you through. When shadows and gloom are all that you see, we'll find a place where we can be free.
Let's go. All right. Welcome back to the Porch Light with Jeff and Tay.
And this is the Christmas edition because
The
it's
Christmas
week.
edition.
Yay!
Yo, these, I gotta say, let's start out with that.
I do love these. Because I am one of those people that buy matching family Christmas pajamas every year.
And I'm one of those husbands that goes along with it.
I have to do it, but I know they're not your vibe. Like, you wear them on Christmas and then never again.
Yeah.
Which I appreciate you even doing that. But
They're cozy.
these are nice. These are
say.
not necessarily pajamas. They're onesies.
Yeah, which I actually
So-
like better.
Yeah, it's actually, and they're like nice. I think they're super nice.
Yeah, good quality. Like yeah.
So Fabletics makes them. So
Big fan.
yeah, I really like them. I like the design. There was a few other designs, but Lily has a matching pair. For the smallest it goes 2T, which happens to be her size. So I'm very excited about that.
Hashtag adorbs.
Yeah, so I told Jeff, I was like, are we going to wear these to go do Christmas lights? And he was like, we're going to wear these in public? And he was like, yeah, we're wearing them in public.
Yeah, once I put them on, I was like, all right,
you
I
were
like
in.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, this is a thought that I had before we get started. Do you remember in, I think it was like high school, but when we used to like cut, like, for I don't know why we would do this, but we would like cut off half the word and then say it. Like, do you remember that phase?
Like, so give me an example.
I'm trying to think of like a more detailed example, but like adorbs and like.
We did that
like,
all the time.
Yeah, we would like I used to always say, and
I think they still do that sometimes.
This is the opposite though. I went through this phase where I would say everything in reverse. I don't even know what it is. So instead of going to take a shower, I would intentionally say I'm gonna go shake a tower. But I said that
to be funny.
Yeah, just like
Yeah.
But I would do that with everything. I would take like the first I don't know.
Maybe that helped with your development, like having to think that through.
I don't know. It probably just I was bored.
What made you think of that? Did I say something?
I said adorb, hashtag adorbs, and I was like, man, we used to do
all the
like
time.
half words all the time.
Yeah.
Anyways,
But we're going to talk all things Christmas today.
Christmas.
Since it is the Christmas episode and it is the season
Yeah.
to be jolly, So we should have put like a little wreath up. That would have been cute.
Oh, man, yeah.
We really missed an opportunity there.
Dang. Or we should have replaced that tree with a Christmas tree, like a little mini tree.
Oh, yeah. See, we got to get to that level.
Yeah,
Maybe
next
next
year.
year. Next year, we're going to go all
Next
we're gonna go balls
Christmas,
out.
I'll give you my heart.
Like
the very
Christmas balls.
next day.
Get it? Like Christmas
Balls out.
balls out. That's what I said. You didn't even hear it the first
Sorry,
time.
I was singing. I was in my Mariah Carey mode.
Okay. Well, before we jump
Well.
into Christmas things, how's your week been?
How's my week? Week's
We
been.
have allergies, so we're going.
Yeah, I've been sniffling a lot, which I don't get allergies very often. But this week, because the weather here, it's Christmas week.
It's going to be 77 on Christmas.
You saw she just stole my thunder there. She's like, oh, that's a good point. I'm going to take that one from him. I'm going to stand up taller and get closer to the mic. Straight up robbed me on Christmas.
You got to go for it.
I was going for it.
You didn't go
You
for it.
hijacked my thought. You hijacked my thought.
Went more
Everyone
for it
saw
than you
it.
did.
They saw it.
I went more for it than you did.
They saw
so
it.
that's your problem, not mine.
I'm a marshmallow right now. You know why?
Why?
You just got roasted.
Oh, shoot.
That was
Okay.
good, huh?
I did not know that. I did not see that
You didn't see it
coming.
coming? Okay, cool. But yeah, no, my week's been great. I've been on a Powerball kick.
Yeah, he's
have
been really
been.
playing the lottery.
Been on a Powerball kick lately. You know, it's that
Someone's
time
gotta
of year.
win.
It's like that. That's what I said this morning. It's like, you know what? Someone's gonna wake up, and it's so close to
It's
Christmas.
like $1 billion.
Someone's gonna wake up in the next like week or so, and their entire life's gonna be completely changed.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's the craziest thing. And it could be anybody.
You know what's crazy?
What?
This day, 2 years ago, our life completely changed. We found out we were having
That
a
is
baby.
True.
Today, we basically won the lottery.
Yeah.
Today, 2 years ago.
It's the opposite in a way because you
It
spend a
takes
lot
the
more
money,
money
yeah.
instead of getting money. But hey, you know, it's there's a lot of other joy that you get. So
Actually, today's 12/21. It's actually my little sister's birthday. She's visiting, and she is she sleeps in, so we got up early, film the podcast before she gets here. But her birthday is 12/21, and this number has been so significant. If you have like a number that's followed you around your whole life, drop it in the comments. I would love just to like see if that happens to anybody else. But this number has followed me around my whole life, 12/21. So I'm gonna give a little brief like run through.
Actually, let me do it.
Oh, you do it because I've told it so many times.
No.
Oh, you're trying to steal my
your
thunder.
yeah.
Oh, you can't steal thunder very good. You got to just do it. You can't ask to steal thunder. You got to steal the thunder. Okay.
I was trying to think of a joke. but-
Yeah, you could think of something.
No.
Either you thought of something that you couldn't say. Is that what's true? Or,
Oops.
okay, by the way, I also want to talk about how you're a narc, but we'll get to that.
Okay.
Do not tell.
There's a lot
There's
of
a lot to unpack. Okay.
yeah. So.
But
let's
12/21.
get-
Okay.
let's get it.
Here's the little run through. Is my little sister's birthday is 12/21. Okay. December 21st. Then growing up, me and my best friend, we playing basketball together. My number is 12. She was 21. And we would always stand where it would be like 12/21 in all the pictures. And we started realizing it. It has come up. Those are really like, I went through it really fast, but those are really significant moments to what started this.
Yeah.
But then it happened to be like, I wouldn't check my watch or time for hours. Look down 12/21. I would look at like, oh, I'm reading a book. What page am I on? 121. Like it's just been really like predominant in my whole like life. I'm 31. Were you gonna add something else?
No.
But then, okay, we try for 15 months. Oh, we should also talk about how your mom, like on when we all found out. There's so much to talk
Yeah,
about
there
today.
is. Yeah.
Okay.
There's another layer.
Pull back the layer. So 15 months of us trying. We pretty much we do all the fertility tests. They're like, they can't find anything that's like the reason why we haven't gotten pregnant. We got officially diagnosed with unexplained infertility after a year of trying. They were going to put us on Clomid. The Clomid prescription was at Walgreens, okay? And before we could pick it up, I happened to be a little late on my period. And if you've been trying to have a baby, you just know, like, after a certain period of time, you just stop taking tests because you're like, I'm just going to wait until I get my period. It's just disappointing. And you get all these, like, your mind starts giving you all these symptoms that you've never caught before. And you're like, okay, I literally looked at Jeff one time and I said, I don't even have to take a test. I'm pregnant. And I was not
She
pregnant.
wasn't.
So it is crazy. So I finally got to the point where I was so late that I was like, you know what? I got to take a test. Like, his family's about to come down. I just need to know for peace of mind. Let's just take a test. And this is the month I did not think that I would be pregnant. We take the test, of course, find out I'm pregnant, look at the date like a couple hours later because I didn't even think to look at it, and realize that we found out randomly that I was pregnant on 12/21. Crazy.
Boom, boom, boom.
So I just burped.
Yeah.
It's right to the mic. So anyways, that number is significant just in like life. It's just crazy how it just followed us. Do you have a number like that? That's just you see all the time? That's like a specific
Not really. 47 used to be kind of like a number that was
47,
around a
yeah.
lot, but I haven't really paid much. I haven't seen it lately. So 47, where you at? You're leaving me all alone in this lonely world.
What are you saying?
I just missed 47. I want to have a number, man. Baby, come back. Anyway.
Okay, well, what do we get into next? There's so many things we want to talk about. I want to talk about how you're a narc. I want to talk about your mom.
Well, I'm not a narc. I think it makes most sense to talk about mom because that's a natural. That's a natural flow.
transition. Okay.
Yep.
So
She can predict the future.
So his mom knew I was pregnant before I did. And here's how. She was 6 hours away. We only saw her a couple times a year. And she wrote in her notes app one day after 15 years, not 15 years, maybe like 13 years of us being together. She had never once asked about if we're having kids, when we're having kids, that she thinks I'm pregnant, asked about nothing. She has never said anything about it. We've never said anything about it. We didn't even tell her we were trying to have a baby. We told her nothing. She knew nothing. She wakes up in the middle of the night, writes in her notes app, Taylor's pregnant. She said, like, Taylor's pregnant and she needs me or something like that.
Yeah.
The date was, like, because we looked going back.
So, like, in your notes app, it will show you the last time the note was edited.
Edited? You really...
Edited. How would you say it?
Edited?
Edited.
Edited?
It just sounds like I'm saying da-da-da-da. Edited.
Okay, keep going.
Anyways, so it'll show you the last time it was edited. So edited. Gosh dang it!
So-
Now I can't. Edited.
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 Okay.
It'll show you the last time the note was edited.
Is that even a real word now? Moving on.
So that's a key point to know.
Told his brother, our sister-in-law, she told them Taylor's pregnant, and they were like, "You're crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what makes you even say that? She told you anything? Like, what makes you say that?" She was like, "No." Like, I wrote it down because I didn't think anybody would believe me, and I just have this gut feeling. Like, she said it was an overwhelming gut feeling. Like, she knew. She didn't think I was pregnant. She knew I was pregnant. I hadn't even taken a test. I ended up getting this gut feeling to take a test the next morning. She wrote that the night before. The next morning, I had a gut feeling, I need to go take a test. Found out I was pregnant. She gets to, because they came to visit us for Christmas. She gets there, and she goes, I think you guys are pregnant. And she asked Santa, because we saw Santa. She asked Santa for a grandbaby. And she was like, she's like, I gotta say it. I think she's pregnant. And we're over here like,
because we didn't tell them. We found out on the 21st. They came up that same day.
Yeah.
And then like we were gonna surprise them as like a Christmas gift with just the adults. We weren't gonna tell the kids because it was so early. But we were gonna surprise it, and we did surprise them as a Christmas gift. But on Christmas Eve, we went to the Polar Express in St. Louis.
Yeah.
And Santa comes on the train, and me and Tay are sitting with my mom. And Santa asks all of us what we want for Christmas. And then he gets my mom, and he goes, "What do you want for Christmas?" And she looks at us, and she says, "A grandbaby." And Santa looks at us, and I was just like, you could tell he was like, super, he was like, "Well, I don't know how to handle this."
Like,
He's like, "Well," he's like, "Well, I can't help with that." So, but it was just so funny. That's just a little funny part of that story. But she was so like persistent that we were pregnant, and then on Christmas Eve we surprised her.
We did tell his brother first.
Yeah.
And when we told his brother, the first words out of his mouth was, "She was right."
Yeah, he's like, "Holy crap, Mom was right."
And so I'm not joking. She knew I was pregnant before I did, before I took the test, but within 12 hours. Mm-hmm. I just think that's
crazy.
Bizarre.
Yeah, it's a really crazy
for everything
coincidence.
to line up for like all those synchronicities to happen, and then I find out on 12/21. Mm-hmm. It was crazy. And then the thought is, okay, so my sister's birthday's 12/21, but I knew she wanted to know right away. So it's like, do I make her birthday about us and tell her, hey, don't want to steal your thunder, but we're having a baby, and tell her on her birthday? Or do I withhold the information and wait? So I made the decision to go ahead and tell her, and she cried, and she was so happy. And she didn't feel like I stole her thunder, but I was worried about that.
Yeah.
But I know she has to deal with this her whole life with having a birthday so close to Christmas. It's like, here's birthday and Christmas, and everybody, like today, for example, we're doing birthday and Christmas, and she's perfectly happy with it. But I just feel so bad. I'm like, you need your own day, but
I have to share my birthday with.
I have to share it with Mother's Day. What do you share yours with?
St. Patrick's Day, man.
Oh, please.
It's crazy out there on St. Patty's Day.
Yeah, like every 4 years or something. How often does your birthday fall on St. Patty's Day? Never. It never falls.
Yeah, but it's close. Her birthday never falls on Christmas.
Oh, but it's around it?
Yeah.
Oh, St. Patty's Day is not the same.
It's pretty close. It's a
My
big
birthday
celebratory.
actually falls on Mother's Day. So now that I'm a mom and I need to be
Well, maybe you
celebrated
should
for being
work on its
alive.
balance if it falls so often. But it's
I need a whole week of celebration. You should feed me grapes.
we don't buy grapes in this household.
Yeah, Jeff doesn't like to buy grapes because it's bad for the dogs, and he's afraid they're going to accidentally eat them. And then,
It's not
But I
bad
love
to the dogs.
grapes.
It's fatal to the dogs.
yeah,
Difference in that.
but you just don't let them have it.
Yep. Don't let anybody have them.
This
Anyways,
is a prison.
so
Okay,
so what's next on the agenda?
you're a narc.
Let's get into this.
Do you want to tell us since I've been telling all the stories?
We've already settled the fact that you have zero evidence that would stand in a court of law that I narked.
Court of law. Court of this is what you did, okay? So
Prove it.
Let me poll the audience here.
Innocent until proven guilty, Your Honor.
My dad texted me and he said, I'm going to go pick up a Christmas gift at 11:45 and then I'll come over. And I said, okay. And you know what I do immediately? track his location? Absolutely, I do. I'm nosy. I want to know where he's going. I just think it's interesting. I think it's funny, and I think it's fun. It's Christmas time. I'm gonna be a sneaky little sneakster. I withhold this information for like an hour, and then Jeff, he comes around and I'm like, guess what I'm doing? Dad told me he's going to pick up Christmas gifts and I am going to track his location. I let him in on the secret so he can have fun with me. He does.
Allegedly.
He gets on his phone. He texts his mom. Okay. And then next thing you know, location is unshared. Out of the blue. Stop being shared. What do you think happened in this situation?
I'll tell you what happened. Your dad, very intelligent man,
At the same time,
knows that he raised you. He knows you. He knows you track his location all the time. You're always telling him how much you track his location. So probably at the top of his mind that, you know what? I bet she's tracking my location right now. So he stops whatever he's doing, goes in, pauses it, continues on his business. I have no idea any of this is going on. I'm at home, enjoying my life, caring about things that are not tracking locations for Christmas presents.
he narked me out. And the location just magically came back when he got back home.
Okay, that aligns with my story perfectly.
No.
He gets home, he's like, all right, well, she can track me now.
We're going to get down to the truth. If after we open presents and I confront you about this, are you going to tell me? When are you going to tell me?
I've
that
already
did
told you.
this?
I've already told you. I haven't done it. I didn't do it.
He deleted the text messages, I guarantee you. I haven't looked at his phone yet.
Oh my gosh. You're putting so much thought into
you know
something.
who probably didn't delete the messages?
Who?
Dad.
Yeah, because
I'll
they
go
don't
look at his
exist.
phone.
What does he have to delete?
You ratted me
I
out.
guarantee you he didn't delete
You're
it.
never going to be on any of my secrets. I'm never telling you nothing.
Okay, that's great for me. That's my goal in life, is to not be involved in any of your drama.
It's not drama if you don't say nothing.
It's drama right now. Look at this.
because you narked me out.
Well,
I would have just
I don't need
giggled
to know
and then never
things.
did.
I don't want to be in on those things. I don't like secrets. I like surprises. You know this.
Okay.
And you know this, man.
And I ruin all the surprises. I'm one of those people that I get a surprise from, and then I say, "Do you want to know the surprise?" And then of course he wants to know the surprise. So then it's not a surprise anymore.
It was a surprise in the moment.
Yeah, you can't resist. I don't think if I
No.
said, "Hey, I have a surprise for you. Do you want it now?" I do not think you could resist.
No. That's like saying, hey, I have a cookie. Do you want to eat it now or do you want to eat it later? That's a stupid question.
That was the exact surprise yesterday.
I know. That's why it was a perfect example.
Okay, so any other updates or anything?
I won $8 on the Powerball.
Okay, back to the Powerball. Is this what you think about all the time? Are you like really trying? Oh, he did actually win more money on a different Powerball too. So you're getting there.
See? No, I'm just thinking of things that have happened in my week, and that's
all that's happened.
that's the biggest thing so far.
Note, the next part we're going to be talking about conversations with Santa if there's kids around. So either turn this off or don't watch this around them. Do we want to do Santa?
Yes.
A lot of people have
Let me rephrase that. Indubitably.
undoubtedly. I was like, what does that mean?
Indubitably.
Yes, some people are saying they don't want to do Santa because they don't want to break
I
that
get it.
trust, and I get it. But I don't think there's any judgment either way. You do whatever you want to do.
Yep.
We're doing Santa,
Yep.
and I actually saw, I think this is a great way to handle it because my parents did Santa for me, and it was magical, and it was so much fun, and they never sat down and was like, Santa's not real. Just kind of grew out of it. You kind of just got old enough, and I never felt like distrust. I felt like, wow, they made that so magical. And then they talked about, especially being the oldest child, okay, because they kind of knew, I kind of knew. We never really had an official talk, about it, but it was kind of like, okay, now I got to help create that experience for my little sister. The focus is around, Jesus and that is the focus. But the spirit of the Christmas and giving the giving without anything and, expecting anything in return and creating magic and hope and joy for everyone around you. I think that is the the message.
Yeah.
And that is
I like that.
the approach that we're going to take. Well, that's the approach I want to take.
Yeah,
I'm sure
no,
you
I'm
were down with it too.
100%. I love joy. I love magic. I love enthusiasm, and I love all the things that have to do with that. So yeah, I'm on board. What?
It is true.
Yeah, those are my favorite things in life, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome. Like, if I could pick,
Why
like,
would you not do that?
yeah.
That is
So,
cruel.
but yeah, I want to go all out. Like, I want to like when the kids stayed at our house, like my nieces and nephew,
Mm-hmm.
and when they stayed at the house, and me and my brother, like, we took some ashes out of the fireplace and like put them on the fireplace and like put footprints, like boot prints on them,
Yeah.
and like ashes across the carpet a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Like it wasn't real ashes. It was like flour or something.
Yeah,
you
but
know,
it still got the job done.
Yeah,
Made
but
it look
looked
like he was there.
yeah, and like I want to make like fake reindeer poop.
Yes.
And put like some reindeer poop on the carpet and be like, oh my gosh, the reindeers pooped in our house.
Yeah.
And like just you know.
Usually the reindeer like stay out on the
Yeah,
roof.
but I'm gonna write a note that it was a really heavy gift, so Santa had to have a reindeer help him bring it in. So,
Okay, yeah. And then like my parents used like really special bows and like
Yep.
name tags that looked like
Magical.
nothing else. It
Yeah.
looked magical.
Mhm.
And it
My mom
like
did that too.
it really just blew my mind as a kid. Like
Mm-hmm.
just I mean and it wasn't like it didn't come in like a Walmart box, right? Like it was already like my
Put together.
yeah, my art I had an art set. And this is my parents said, and I am like so excited to create this magic. My parents said this was like the craziest time where I like woke up and I had saw that Santa had come, and that was so cool too. Like when I
Yeah.
would wake up, and I would wake up at like 11 p.m. or like 1 a.m. I would go look and he hadn't come yet, and I was like, I'd go look and there'd be nothing there, and I'm like, okay, go back to sleep. And then I'd wake up, and I would wake up at like 5 a.m.
Yeah.
You know, because my dad would stay up super late to get it up.
Yeah.
And I would wake up at 5 a.m. and I would see that Santa was there and all the stockings were full and it was like stuff that like my
Yeah.
whole art table this one time was put together, and there was like, I mean, every crown you could think of, or crayon. How do you say that?
What was that? Hold up. Bzz, rewind that.
Crayon.
You went south. You went deep south. Crayon.
Well, I say crown.
Yeah, that's wrong. But
Crayon.
you don't have to emphasize the on like that. Just say on. Say, like you're gonna go turn the light. You don't say I'm gonna go turn the light on.
Okay, crayon. Crayon.
What's happening? What's happening right now? Because that's not.
Crayon.
You don't have to emphasize. Just stop with like. There's one O.
Crayon.
There you go.
Crayon.
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 Perfect.
Okay. As many as you could think of. And like all kinds of like all different kinds of markers, anything you would need to be a little 8-year-old artist or
yeah.
however I was. And they said I would run and I would go find something that was about it, because like, you know, there were papers, and then I would like sprint back and I'd be like, oh my God, they got, you know, he brought this and this, and then I'd run back and then I'd come back and I'd be like, Anna, was this, you know, like I was just losing my mind.
Yeah.
And some people also, I've heard parents say that they want the credit, you know?
Oh, yeah,
like, that's another reason they don't
Yeah.
want to do Santa, is because
I get
they
that
want the
too.
credit. And I understand. But at the end of the day, like,
I know people don't. I think a lot of people do, like where the big gifts come from the family and
Mm-hmm.
parents, and then like the small, like there's small magical things that they make too. Like
Yeah.
there's just smaller gifts that come from Santa that are.
our big gifts, we would typically get, like, the one big gift would be from Santa.
Yeah.
So I also think how selfless that was of my parents to, like,
Not get credit for it.
not get credit for that.
Yeah.
But, like, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter, because it's like they're getting the
It's
gift.
the I
It's
think
the magic
I
of
think
it.
I think the credit is in the fulfillment of seeing the joy and the
Yeah.
like the
Yeah,
excitement. Like,
100%.
I would
And-
much rather see that than and I'm not bashing anybody that wants credit for the toys. Like, there's-
100%. Like, do whatever you
I'm
want
so
to do.
neutral. Like
Yeah.
yeah, but for me, like that's just what I would prefer, and I think that would be for me. It'd be way more fulfilling to see that than
Well, and I think it's also, kids inherently know that, like, stuff costs money.
Yeah.
So I think if it's something that comes from Santa, there's no guilt associated
Yeah.
to it. Of like,
Yeah.
oh, they did, because I
That's a
was
good
that
thought.
way. Like, I was like, you know, I don't want them to, you know, spend money on, you know, on us, and especially if we don't have it. As I got older, you know, maybe not like
Yeah.
super young, but
I thought of a really cool idea though that I think we should do, that I think would be amazing.
Okay.
And maybe it might be stupid, but
Okay.
and like I just thought of it. How cool would it be that every year we get a like after Santa comes, we hang a jingle bell on Lily's door and Future. So like if she opens her door and there's no jingle bell, she knows Santa hasn't come yet. But when she opens it and
Where'd
she
you
hears
think
the
of this idea? You
just
think
popped in
in
my
your head?
Yeah. But when she does open it, she hears the jingle bell. Then it starts that enthusiasm. Oh my God, Santa came! I just got chills thinking about it. You know, like how cool would that be?
I cannot wait. I cannot wait.
Wouldn't that be
She's so
so fun?
freaking cute, and she's
I
like,
know.
she's gonna be such a fun kid to
I
do this
know.
with because she is just like so over the top, like,
Yeah.
and she doesn't
Like
even know what
you can
anything
hand
means
her.
yet.
You can hand her like there's anything in this room I can hand her, and
No,
she'd be
you-
like, "Oh,
Yeah.
oh."
You come home from the grocery store.
Yeah.
Oh, like,
Yeah.
she
She's
gets
so fun.
It's going to be interesting watching everybody open presents today because she's probably going to want to open
All of them,
everyone's
yeah.
for everybody, which they will let her, but it's just like going to be hilarious.
Yeah.
But this is going to be so much
Yeah.
fun.
So we're doing
I just
that.
don't know
I think that'd
why-
be fun.
Yeah. I just can't like, I just have looked forward to this forever.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, so she's about 1.5 years almost. I'm getting too excited for Karma. She's about 1.5 years.
Yeah, she
I
can
think
fill
that
in.
it's not going to get super fun for 2 more years. Not this next Christmas, but the Christmas after that is when I think it's really gonna. We can kind of start it next year when she's about 2.5.
Well,
I think
that's
I don't
perfect.
really know.
That gives us some because we're not going to be perfect. We're going to mess up. We're going to
Yeah.
forget things. So it gives us a couple years of like, draft years, right? Where we can like, oh
Yeah.
man, we completely forgot to set the cookies out. Like,
Yeah.
I can't do that when she's 5 because then she's going to start asking questions like, what did Santa do with the cookies? We didn't leave any cookies. He's going to not come. So we got to get some reps in when she's
And-
still.
I can't wait to see like her write a letter to Santa. Oh my
Mm-hmm.
gosh, my melt. The only thing with Santa, I don't think I'm like super for unless she wants to is like going and making her sit on Santa's lap.
Yeah.
I don't really
Yeah,
understand
I'm not a
that.
fan of that.
And no, like again, if you want to do it, by
Yeah.
all means. But I don't really have a desire. I never did that as a kid. Like, I mean, not that I don't remember doing that, and that's not like for me. If we ever went somewhere Santa was, I think it was cool to see him, but like I never wanted to go sit on his lap.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and I just feel weird making her do that. Like
Yeah.
when the kids are crying and stuff. I don't like that. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't like, not that I don't like it. I just don't have a desire to do it.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing about Santa that I probably won't do. Elf on the Shelf. What's your thoughts on Elf on the Shelf? That's a lot. That's a every day for December.
Yeah. I mean, I think that'd be fun.
I look forward to it. A lot of
Yeah.
people say it's extra work and like, it's annoying, but
Yeah. I mean, I know it. Yeah, it is extra work for sure, but
I think it's so funny and
first
so
off,
fun.
I would like to do pranks on my family every day of the year.
Yeah, he would do it year round if
So-
there was a thing. If there was like a St. Patty's elf,
Yeah.
you would do it.
Yeah. So
So-
I'm looking forward to that.
Yeah, and you're really creative with that kind of stuff,
Mm-hmm.
So I think that'll be fun. I look forward to all of it. I think December's just going to be such a magical month.
Yeah.
We're going to go into, it's so cool. Like my childhood around Christmas, it didn't matter. Like even whenever we lived in trailers, even when we didn't have a lot of money, it did not matter. Like it was just, they created it. They made it magical and it was just so much fun. And it was like, they just did such a good job and I cannot wait. And it's like, not that Christmas isn't magical or fun or enjoyable in your like, teen and young adult years, but it's not the same. It's
Yeah.
not like as magical when there's not kids involved. So it is so cool that we are about to enter
Yeah.
that phase of our
Yeah,
life.
whole new
It's
chapter.
like, the really, really magical years.
Yeah.
So I'm really excited for that. And, our goal is to have, 2 kids. So we'll have one more. So we're going to do this for a while.
Yeah.
So it'll be really fun. And then I think Lily's such a helper already that I know
Yeah.
when she kind of grows out of it, she'll be
Yeah. Contributing.
wanting to help. And it's just going to be, I don't want to waste away time. I can't wait for all
Yeah.
of it. So.
It's already going too fast.
Okay, so what's your thoughts on Christmas music and Christmas movies? Because people get like annoyed at those. I think sometimes it could be overdone, but we listen to it
Yeah.
all day, every day.
It's pretty much on all day, every day.
It doesn't bother
Lily
me.
loves it. I love having music on in the background, so I'm gonna have something on, whether it's country music or something. So right now it's just Christmas theme, so I love it.
Well-
It does like sometimes some of the songs get repetitive, so I have to take a break. So we'll turn it off and do something else. But
We haven't really watched too many Christmas movies.
we just don't watch a lot of TV. I
Yeah.
think if we watch more TV, I would like to sit down and watch more Christmas movies.
Yeah, I know. I think so too. It's just the hardest part is by the time we would watch a Christmas movie, it's
Yeah.
time for bed,
Yeah.
and she's going to bed. So
Yeah.
like, we are like nighttime movie watchers, not like I don't like to watch movies like during the middle of the day
Yeah.
because it just like really throws off the day.
Yeah, I get like really lazy and
like-
lethargic and like relaxed, you know.
Yeah, which
So,
is good to do at nighttime,
Yeah.
but then it just doesn't. So unless, I don't know, that might be something we do like in the
When she gets
future.
older, yeah.
When she's a little older, we do more Christmas movies and stuff like that. A Christmas tradition that we started when Lily was born, and I love it. It's so fun. Is every year we're getting her a ornament that is like a unique. So for our tree, we have a few of like the generic type of ornaments, but what I think is really special if you can do it, and this could be for your dogs, this could be for each other, like in a relationship, it could be for your family members. You could do it however you want to do it.
Yeah.
But I think this is a really fun idea. It is pick a unique ornament that is representative of that person or a memory or the year, right? So, because it's kind of like a year recap. So the first year, when Lily was basically a potato, because last year she was only 4 months old, so it was like from August to December. But something Jeff would do every night with her, and she loved it. It always calmed her down. Was just listen to music and dance with her. So, and what was the song called? Like Daddy's
My Little Girl.
My Little Girl, yeah.
Tim McGraw.
My Little Girl. So we wrote My Little Girl 2024. And
It
that
was like
was
a little stereo.
and
like
it was a little
red stereo.
yeah, a little like radio stereo
Music
thing.
box.
To represent that, and that's what we think of. This year it's not like as unique. Like we want it to be more unique, not necessarily Christmas themed, but it was actually perfect. We got her like a whole thing of Jingle Bells because we've listened to that song and sang it about 47 times.
I learned how to play it on the
Yeah.
xylophone.
Yeah. So that's a fun new trick that Jeff can do. But she loves that song so much, and she loves to, and she'll do the jingle.
Yeah,
bells,
when she
and-
wants to play it, she'll just start doing her hands like this.
Yeah, and that's just what I think when I think of like this Christmas, like that's when it'd be like a
Mm-hmm.
core memory. So we need to write 2026 on it. So that one is like
2025.
or 2025. Man, I don't know the years. 2025, and we'll write 2025 on it. So every year she's gonna have like a whole tree that's made up of memories. So I think that's cool. And then we can give them to her. We can like have it, keep it. So when she comes and visits, it's on our tree, like
Yeah.
whatever. We could figure out what we're going to do later on. But I just think that's a really fun idea that I wanted to share. Do you have any favorite Christmas memories?
I have a lot of memories. I think one that's really cool is like we used to always have my Nana and Papa. We would go over to my Nana and Papa's after, like we would have our Christmas with family, and then we'd go over to Nana and Papa's later in that day or that night, and then spend some Christmas time with them. And they always did like a seafood Christmas.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and that was something I love. Like, man, my
and
Nana.
they could cook so
Yeah,
good.
she would make like big king crab legs and snow crab legs and lobster, and I mean, she would just spoil. They would spoil us with like good food.
We should, we could start that.
Yeah.
Is do it like a Christmas, which we started that for like New Year's, but we could do that for Christmas too.
Yeah,
As part of our like maybe Christmas Eve do like chili or like something more typical, and then like seafood on Christmas Day. That'd be
I
fun.
don't know. Chili's. I don't feel like chili's very Christmassy.
Really? I guess that's what we always did. We always did chili.
Oh,
Because it was like cold outside, so it's like a warm, chilly vibe.
yeah.
I don't know. That was just what we did. And then we would make like,
I think we need to do like
Ham and
Christmas
stuff.
cookies. I guess you got to do Christmas cookies to make cookies for Santa. So that'll be a tradition.
yeah. So we
Yeah.
do need to make Christmas cookies.
But I don't know. That's a big one though. I like. What about you? What's one that stands out?
Well, this one I think is really cool, and I think it also ties into. I know a lot of people, they kind of either their family has split up, or they've lost a loved one, or they're going through a hard season of life, or whatever it might be. And I think that, like for example, my mom was a huge like Christmas person. She's the one
Yeah.
that really made Christmas like so special. Her and my dad both. My dad is phenomenal at it too, but she brought a lot of the Christmas spirit and joy. And one of my favorite memories was actually her last Christmas, because I lost her to leukemia.
Yeah.
And so Jeff almost didn't come. So we lived in St. Louis, and she had just come out of the hospital because she had gone for blood transfusion and like chemo and all this stuff. So anyway, she was doing really good. And she ended up passing away like I think 2-3 months later
Yeah,
after
March.
that, which is crazy because she was doing so good when we went to visit her, and that was really the last time we got to see her. But we didn't know that at the time. Obviously, she was in a really good spot. So Jeff almost didn't come because we live 6 hours away, so we didn't have anybody to watch the dogs because we're not gonna. We didn't want to ask somebody, "Hey, do you want to spend your Christmas Eve and Christmas coming and like letting
Watching
our
our
dogs out and
dogs,
watching
yeah.
our dogs?" And we couldn't bring them because she had dogs at her house and they just wouldn't have gotten along, and it just didn't work. So we were like, "But we are gonna make it to come see you. Jeff just has to stay back and watch the dogs." Well, her response was, nobody's gonna be alone on Christmas, and she put her own dogs in a doggy daycare and had them stay there and then she told us, bring Jeff, bring all 3 dogs, because we had 2 dogs and a puppy. We had 3 dogs. That's not like that is a lot to ask to somebody, and I would have never asked her to do that. But
Yeah, Karma was like 4 months old.
yeah, she was like
Reckless.
literally a reckless puppy.
Yeah.
And so anyway, so she had us come down and we got to stay with her, and that was such a fun Christmas. But the point of me saying all that is, like, I have had my parents split up. I've had my mom battling cancer. I've had to be away from, family on Christmas. I've had to now, like, it makes me sad that, like, she isn't part of, like, Lily's Christmas and stuff, and she would be having so much fun. But I don't think that should take away from the magic. Like, there's so much still joy to have, and there's so much still positive things to have. And so, not to say, like, hey, keep pushing through, but I think a lot of life is, about making the most of whatever situation you're in, and like really doing what you can for those around you and creating the magic. And I don't know, that's just, I just wanted to, and it's okay if you don't want that right now, but it doesn't have to be like that forever. And it doesn't mean Christmas is going to suck forever. There is going to be, and even like, I thought it would be, when we first started trying the first year, because it took us over a year, like I said, I thought, what if we find out on Christmas and it's like a Christmas miracle? And it didn't happen. It ended up happening the next Christmas as a Christmas miracle. But there's just like, if you are going through a hard time, I think it's good to focus on the good and the joy and the fun things coming. And like, there is hard seasons, but it doesn't have to be hard forever, because even though it's hard to not have her here, like, there's still so much joy and so much things to celebrate and stuff like that. So I just know, like, some people really struggle this time of year, and there is always going to be a piece of you that's like sad, and you're going to miss them and everything, but there's still so much like happiness coming too. So
Yeah.
I just want to remind people of that.
Yeah, that's good. Almost made me cry.
Yeah. Well, do you want to get into letters on the porch?
Letters on the porch, gonna read a couple letters, gonna talk
Now,
a little
these are not
bit,
Christmas
gonna read
themed.
a couple
These
letters,
are just-
gonna read a couple letters on the porch.
Oops, that's not what I wanted.
Read a couple letters on the porch. Here we go.
Nope. I'll find it in just a second.
Well, I'll keep singing till she finds a couple letters, gonna sing a couple letters on the porch.
Okay.
I need a banjo.
Okay.
I bet I could play a banjo if I tried.
That's not the right one.
I don't
Here
know.
it is.
Find a couple letters, got a couple.
All right. This one is from the one and only Courtney Kelso.
Courtney.
So she's my cousin. So
We love Courtney
we love Courtney. Okay.
and Kelso.
Actually, I did buy Courtney a Christmas present.
Did you?
Yeah. I won't be able to give it to her before this, but I saw it at Target the other day and I had to get it. I'll show you after this, but Courtney, you have a Christmas present coming too.
Don't ruin the surprise.
I'm not gonna ruin the
Oh, you told me.
surprise.
That means you trust me. I'm gonna text her.
Well, I didn't tell you what it is. I don't care if she knows I got her something. I didn't tell you what the present
But you
is.
said you're going to.
Oh, yeah. Maybe I won't then, because I can't tell you anything. Okay. So this is what she says. My husband and I have been on a huge find. Whoops. Okay, I read that wrong. My husband and I have been on a huge find what you love, grow financial success, and finding our peace journey. Love that.
Yeah, I love that journey.
I feel like our lives have changed so much in the last few years, but we are loving every minute of it. I would like your take on our most recent decision. We are about to sell our home in town and buy a farm. We have decided we will only be keeping one cell phone for traveling and emergencies, and other than that, we'll be using tablets for normal things and farm business, and only using the landline for all main communication. With how in tune you both are with social media, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this idea and what you think.
That's a beautiful question.
Okay, so what are your thoughts?
Hallelujah. I think that's amazing. I think there's so many people that would love to be able to step away from the modern world in the aspect of technology. And I think that's so good for mental health. I think there's so many benefits. I think it's so good for the soul, because being on a farm, and I was raised on land. You know, I was raised like pretty much everywhere I went, I had place to roam in the woods and just do what I wanted. And my imagination is so strong because of that. I have a lot of independence and self-confidence because I was able to go out, and I just love being out on the land. And I think the thing with technology and like the rapid amount of communication that we have is it makes communication so simple that we neglect it, right? Like, think about how simple it is to just shoot someone a text and check in, but still, how often do you do it? It's easier now than it ever has been. But because it's so easy, it's almost it's so easy not to do too, because you're so distracted from it. The same device that is meant to connect you also distracts you from connection.
It also,
Dang,
and that was really good. But
Quote that, baby.
also, how overwhelming is it to like anybody really, whether it's social media or phone, has access to you 24/7.
They think they do.
That's what I'm saying, though. Is
Yeah.
like
I'm clarifying. They think they do.
They think they do, but I'm saying like you still get the notification.
Yeah.
Whether it's an Instagram DM, checking your notification. Whether it's Instagram DM, a text message, a phone call, anything.
Yeah.
Like, they have access. They think they have access to you, but they do have access if you allow it.
Yeah.
You know.
And that's one of the things I think I like about the landline situation is that people can't just shoot you a text when it's convenient to them and then expect you to respond when it's convenient to them too.
Yeah.
If they want to talk to you, cool. You have to call me. And I have to be home. I have to be in a position where I'm available to talk.
That's such a good point.
If I'm working on my computer and I'm deep in focus work and someone texts me, I immediately feel obligated that I need to respond to this. I need to take care of this. I need to answer this question. But if you're out on the farm and you're working and they call your landline,
You get it.
cool, leave me a voicemail. I'll get back to you when I'm not doing something that's more important at the moment. And it's not that they're more important than the person. It's just that, like, I'm doing things that are necessary for me to live my lifestyle that I choose to live. And I love that idea so much because I think it really does separate the convenience factor of communication, and it makes communication a priority for you in that regard. So I'm all for it. And I'm proud of you guys for that too. I think I admire it. I love it. And I'm excited for you guys, happy for you guys. That's
It's
all
kind of
across
like
the board.
a fever dream for us of like, man, that would be cool. But the fact that you guys are actually doing it, we're all talk. You know what I mean? We're like, let's throw our phones away and let's go live on land and like, whatever. But we're all talk. I think that I do love social media and the fact of like creating and the opportunities that it builds for our family. So like the impact that we get to make, we get to grow our business. We get to, hopefully this grows and this becomes another avenue where we can like build a community, make friends, make an income, and do all these things to where now it allows for us to spend more like this is why we wanted to do long form content, because then we can sit down and do one long form content and then we can spend more time with our family. So that was kind of the goal with it.
I think a simple word too that we will use more frequently is connect, because that's really why I do still use social media and like social media and enjoy technology to the degree that I do, is because the way that it does allow you to connect with people, but we have to continue to get better at setting boundaries with those connections as well, because as our platforms grow, as our community grows, we're givers, we're servants. Like, we both love to give and serve and to provide for other people. And we've experienced what that feels like to serve until you're empty and to give until you have nothing left to give. And then the demand is still there. When you give that way, people continue to, they expect that. Then they become entitled to it. And then when you have nothing left to give, they don't know that. They still expect the same level of demand from you when you're empty, right? You're broken, you're exhausted. And they're like, well, Jeff is, XYZ because I haven't heard from him, or, so it's like, I think that's something that's just difficult with the social media world, the content world, is that you create a demand for yourself because people enjoy the value that you give, but balancing that demand it's a skill in itself.
A couple of our goals that we actually want to do, because I don't think we'll ever get off social media unless there was an opportunity that we were able to provide for our family and connect with people.
Powerball.
And yeah, freaking Powerball. In other ways, but even honestly, if we didn't make money, the connection is still there.
We would still find a way to create community.
Still and I personally love creating. I think it's fun to put together videos and like make people not feel so alone, because that's, like I find those things interesting. But I think one of our goals is to only do screen time, or like take away screen time one day a week at least, where it's called like family day, to where, or like it doesn't have to be just family day. It can be, all right, we are working on the yard, we're working around the house, like we're just spending quality time together, not distracted from our phones. And I brought this idea up to Jeff because I'm like, first of all, it is a distraction sometimes, but second of all, like now especially Lily's here, I want total, and we try to do a good job of like, one of us goes in like the other room and to do work on our computer or phone, so we're not doing it in front of her really. But we're still bad. We're still bad about it. I mean, it's still there, because I want to give her that attention and that connection, because I think that's going to be, I don't know, it's just a hard balance of it all. But I think having one day where we put everything away and we just spend time together, we work on things together, we aren't distracted. That is one of our goals, just to like inch one step closer to that lifestyle. And the other goal, karma, then the other goal would be to have land. I love our house. I love our neighborhood.
Dude, let's not do that. Just lay down. It's already nice and clean in here. Yep,
but
good spot.
I really want to have a little bit more land to where the kids can go explore and like ride side by sides, and like that's the vision I have, like long term. So I think that's like a 5-10 year goal, is to like, because I really do, we are in a good spot right here. I love our neighborhood, and I don't think we're in a rush to get out. But that would be one of our goals too. So I think it's exciting and wonderful, and I'm so proud of you guys for actually moving forward in that. And the thing is technology is always still here. So if you want to bring it back to some degree, like you'll have the tablets and stuff, but if you want more of it, if you take it away and you're like, okay, I just need a little bit more, make adjustments. And I think it's cool.
Heck yeah. That's cool. Excited to follow that journey too.
All right. Yeah, that'll be a fun journey. Okay, this is a good one too. This is from Anonymous. So
Hippopotamus.
Yeah, so we don't know who sent this one in. How do you manage careers, parenting, keeping up with your home/chores, fitness, and spending time with your family, all while you guys are both working full-time jobs? It seems like there's always a ball being dropped somewhere, and that's even after prioritizing the important things and cutting out unnecessaries or less necessaries. Want to know the secret? Not all of it gets done.
Yeah, 100%.
There's no way.
There's multiple balls being dropped. And it's usually
100%.
Like for us, like we aren't clean freaks. Like we keep our houses like clean, but it's cluttered. Like it's
accepted.
Yeah, we have priorities that are, beyond we have 3 dogs, a toddler, a Taylor. I'm just kidding. But yeah, we it's kind of a rotation. Like we'll deep clean, and that's one day that's a priority. So on the days that we deep clean it, it's spotless in the house, as spotless as it can be. Typically, our fitness doesn't happen that day, because the time we would spend, training, meal prepping, those things
or work isn't happening.
Yeah, So that's just the truth of it is it's a shuffle, not a balance, because you're not able to balance all of them perfectly. You just shuffle between one thing to another. Okay, this thing gets more priority today. This thing gets more today. But some things that I posted about this on my story recently, because it's something I've been I talked about as like a tug of war with myself, is prioritizing my own fitness as well. Because I do 30-minute classes every day, Monday through Friday. But then on the weekends, typically those are my days I take off training. But I get this guilty feeling of like, man, I could be doing this when I'm training, or I'm doing my cardio. I go 30 minutes. I could be cleaning. I could be working on the business. I could be spending more time with Tay and Lily. Mm-hmm. But the thing I wanted to get with this point is that I remind myself that the time I'm investing in my health truly is one of the best investments that you can make, because it's the return on that is so much bigger because of the compounding interest of it. Like if you spend a little bit of time on yourself every day, like 30 minutes a day to an hour a day, that can give you decades of quality of life down the road, right? So I remind myself of that investment, and it makes that 30 minutes to an hour I spend on myself worth it, because I know that what I'm giving the time I'm giving myself today will produce dividends in 10 years and 15 years. And I say that, she makes fun of me because I want to be healthy. I want to be a healthy old man. I don't want to have to, and if God forbid it happens that I have to use a cane or a walker or something like that, like, I'm going to make the most of it, but I'm going to do everything in my power to be as healthy as I can so that I can get in the floor with the grandkids. If we do have grandkids, I can, when I'm in my 60s, 70s, 80s, I want to be functional and mobile and athletic still for that age. And I think that's possible. I know that's possible. I see men and women that do it. So that's to kind of like emphasize the importance of still dedicating the time for your fitness. That's one of the things that I try not to sway on too much, because the return is so important for me down the road.
Well, and I think like it just doesn't all get done. Like,
yeah,
if everything is a priority, nothing is a priority. And another thing that we try to focus on is be where your feet are. So like, be present, like where you're at, because it does no good to be halfway in, halfway out to everything that you do, because then you're not really fully ever enjoying your life. Like, and what I mean by that is when I come into my office to work, because we both do work from home, so that is really nice. But when I come into my office to work, I think I will get my time with Lily, but I have to be present now so I can, the people I'm talking to, the work that I'm doing is going to be effective, so that my, have money to like do things with my family or provide for the family or whatever it might be. And then I don't feel guilty when I stop, like, because if I get my work done and I'm more effective with my work, that when I turn my work off and I go into mom mode and I go see Lily, now I'm like, now I'm with Lily and I get to be fully present here. I don't have to think about being guilty with work, because I will have my work time. I think when when your life is too shuffled and you don't have, and this is what I've been trying to get on him about, because being an entrepreneur, and not having specific work time in our situation, if he does now, but like, and he's gotten a lot better at like locking in. You even said like that's really helped you of having that specific time. But if you don't know when you're going to be mom, when you're going to be cleaning the house, when you're going to be working, then you're constantly feeling that stress of, because there's always going to be work there. There's always going to be something to clean, and there's always going to be more time you can spend with your kids.
Yeah.
So if you know, okay, at 5 p.m. from 5 to whatever, I'm just going to get as much done as I can before then. And then at 5, I'm going to go be mom. Then I'm present in that moment. And I could say, okay, now this is where I'm at. And I can enjoy it more. I could say, okay, tomorrow at 9 a.m., whatever, I'm going to get to go back into work. And I'm going to get to figure out whatever I need to get done. So that's where I think you prioritizing your work schedule a little bit more and setting those boundaries will allow you. And you've already noticed the difference.
Yeah.
Like when he's gotten up and like, made it a point, like normally he'll want to come out in the morning and like hang out with me and Lily, but recently, he's like, okay, I have to lock in and get this done. And I felt like it's helped you be less distracted when you're with Lily.
And that there's so much there, like to kind of like validate your point, and me experiencing that firsthand, when I'm with her, I'm not only less distracted, but I'm less stressed, because I know that I had time to get what I needed to done. I got more things checked off in the morning than I typically do. And now I'll have more time to get more things done in the afternoon. So when you set those blocks of time, or those periods of time where you allow yourself this, and this, I don't think you need to schedule every part of your day.
No,
right?
not to
you
like
may,
intense, but
you may need to, like in the beginning, it may help you to schedule everything you do. Like I'm in a phase right now for like work specifically. I have 15-minute blocks of certain things scheduled to get done. Like I need this done time, this time, we'll do these things. And when that timer hits, I switch. I call it AMRAP, right? So that's where I do like having those time frames, though, where like I know at this time frame I'm doing this, and that gives me that confidence to be focused on what I'm doing in that moment. So.
Sorry, I was just Heather was texting me about Paige's birthday, so I need to respond back.
Yeah, that's okay.
Another thing to that point is, okay, so this actually will be good if you're listening to this around Christmas time. Even if you're not, this is relevant anytime. But I know in this moment, the New Year's is coming up. And this is actually, we'll go into this topic more next week of like goal setting and stuff like that. But something else that helps me is what is not only like a priority in the moment, right? But what's a priority in this season? And why I'm saying that is because, I mean, I guess maybe some people do it. We don't. Our house is not 100% perfectly clean all the time. It's not, our work isn't 100% done in parenting and fitness and all these different things. But this is what I've been kind of coaching people on, because I actually coach people on like running their businesses and like balancing it all and all that kind of stuff, or like shuffling it all, to your point. And something I teach them is, what is your top priorities in this season? So that this season might be this month, this might be this quarter, like the next 3 months. What is like your highest priority? So things are going to be in growth mode and maintenance mode. So that's kind of how I look at it, is like, okay, I've really been neglecting my business, and I'm in a season where I need my business to be in growth mode. That might be like a month or 3 months where you're spending less time. It's still maintenance, right? You still got to spend time with family. You still got to get fitness done. You still got to do those things. But you're going to spend a little bit more time on your business, or replace that with family, like December, right? With all these extra like holiday stuff and Elf on the Shelf and creating the magic. That might be, the business might go into maintenance mode and family might go into growth mode, right? So that's kind of how I look at it, is like, it doesn't mean you just, I think that's where people get the mix up, is like, if I can't do it to this level, then forget about it, right? Well, we still do fitness year round. We still make time for family. We still do business. We still work. We still all do all these different things. But which one, I think, is identifying which one in this specific season time frame is in growth mode, which I'm going to dedicate more of my time to that. Maybe it's a season where, okay, the house is getting too cluttered. That needs to be the focus, right? And I'm going to spend maybe a little less time. My workouts have to go from like an hour to like 30 minutes, but I got to be really effective with that time. Things like that. Or like on my walks every day, instead of doing that with the family, I need to be spending it like listening to like some education, stuff like that. So that's kind of how I would approach it as well.
Yeah. I think the overall answer though is that it doesn't, for
it's
us,
not perfect, yeah.
There's some people that maybe get all done, which I admire, and I would love to learn how they're doing it. But for us, we don't get it all done all the time. It's we prioritize and execute, and we just do our best to get what we can done, but without the sacrifice of our own mental health and well-being. Like, I feel like we're both in a good phase where we're like, all right.
Well, and at a grander scale, this season of our life is going to be higher priority of family, because our whole present. 20s was like grind, didn't spend time with family or prioritizing time away from work. We did not. But that was a big season. So our 30s, yes, we still have to do all those things, but family is a little bit more of a priority with like little kids and stuff like that. So we'll talk about that more next week, since we'll be gearing up for the new year and stuff like that.
Pound chicken, wow.
Lots of that topic we can just like really go all in on. But moving on to
porch picks
of the week. Porch picks of the week. I already know mine, so I'm gonna go first.
Okay.
If you're watching this before, because this will come out before Christmas, and you need a last minute Christmas gift idea, slippers.
Yeah, you can get those babies shipped same day.
These, I'm not joking. I will put the link for them, because it's these specific ones. They're cushiony. They're cozy. They're comfy. They're cute. I feel like really cool when I wear these, like, like on the movies when it's like, you got the cool girl with the cute slippers. That's these. I love them. And they're only like $14. Like, I love them for myself, so it could be a gift for yourself if you're not watching this for Christmas or whatever. If you want to send this to somebody to get you a last minute Christmas gift, if you want to get it for somebody else, I got it because I can say this because they're getting them today. I got one for my sister and I got one for my bonus mom. Okay. And who knows, maybe I'll get one for Sarah, Yeah. I think that'd be a good gift for Sarah. They come within like 2 days. So it's an easy gift. If you need something, I love them. I couldn't recommend them enough. As soon as I wear a pair out, I get a new pair, and they last for a long time. Sometimes I just want a cute new fresh pair because I wear them every day. So yeah, that's my porch pick.
That was good.
Thanks.
My porch pick of the week, the onesie.
The Christmas onesie.
Yeah.
So they're from Fabletics.
Yep. The biggest thing, I know in the beginning we were joking about these, but they are literally so comfortable, and like they're such good quality. And they just, I was hating on them. So I wanted to give them the credit, because when I saw them, I was like, I'm not wearing that. But then I put them on, and like they're like luxury. in
Yeah.
a way. Like they're like well built, but they're
They
not
were like $20.
Yeah, they're not expensive. It's like
Yeah.
I don't know how they did it. Like they're good, but they're not expensive. So
Mm-hmm.
because you can get some at Walmart that are like they don't feel nearly as like cozy
No,
and
these are
comfy
like
as these,
not cheaply made. They're
Yeah.
nice.
but they're the same price. So
Also, you don't have to like one of the hardest things is picking out outfit. You know, this is a onesie.
yeah,
It's just
I should change my wardrobe to onesies.
no.
You don't
Okay.
think so?
Nope. You can walk around in onesies.
If they look cool,
Isn't that like a? Wouldn't that be nice? Just one outfit.
yeah,
Yeah.
I could buy 7 of these, different colors.
Don't worry, guys. I won't let that happen.
Oh, it does have a hood too. I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, he was gonna wear the hood the whole time. He actually wished he had a Santa hat.
I know. I can't believe I dropped the ball and didn't bring a Santa hat.
I like the cap, the backwards cap with it. I just think it like evens it out.
Yeah, but yeah, I think Porch Pick very Christmas focused.
What's your light bulb moment?
Light bulb moment.
Yeah.
I think the overall takeaway for me for this show, this episode, is I like you said be where your feet are. I think that stuck with me the most. It's just like because that's something I really
You struggle with that.
I've always
you have
my
FOMO
whole
to the
life.
max.
Yeah, I'm so energetic that I like to be doing multiple things at once, which takes away from the one thing that I need to be doing. And that's everything. That's with family. Like when I'm watching Lily, I'm also like working on thinking about stuff for the business. I'm like, man, I just need to like just be here, just enjoy this because it's already going so fast. So I really like that, and I need to remind myself of that more. So that was the thing that I took away the most. Where I was like, man, that's something that I need to walk away from this episode with and implement. So
I love that.
Yeah.
Well, and I think knowing like, okay, I got some work done, and I know I'll be able to get some work done at this time,
Yeah.
or at least just communicate that, like, hey, when you like at 5, I really need to go get this done.
Yep.
And if you communicate that to me,
Yeah.
then all day you don't even have to think about looking at your phone. You can be present, and then at 5, okay, I can go through. I think that helps me, like knowing whenever I am like, okay, I know I'll be able to get this done at this time.
yeah,
Okay, so my light bulb moment is create the magic. Okay, so and this goes for really anything in life. You know what I mean? Like you have full reign to create your. If you did not like your Christmas childhood, if you are going through a hard time, if you are, we've been there. We've had all those things. But
Yeah.
I mean, I'm grateful for what we've had, but we've also had hard times too. But the cool thing about life is no matter what you're trying to do or what where you're at or where you want to go, you can create the magic. And I think that is the spirit of Christmas and the spirit of this time of year. And like, it's so magical. So
Yeah.
that's going to be my
I love that.
takeaway. So
I'm getting hot.
yeah,
They're
we're
warm.
wrapping up. So thank you guys. If you got value from this, please share it with somebody, share it publicly, comment, like it. Irrelevant.
Irrelevant like an elephant. One thing I do is I need to vent. When I talk about my problems, they just come out like a